And hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at our matchup here. You've got to believe that this is a game that might be won in the trenches.
Oh, without question. This is big person on big person, big unit against big unit.
Meat on meat.
Oh, you got it all. Pick your cliche, but we know this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact on today's game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he simply And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin here in the booth. And, Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a And hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at our matchup here. You've got to believe that this is a game that might be won in the trenches.
Oh, without question. This is big person on big person, big unit against big unit.
Meat on meat.
Oh, you got it all. Pick your cliche, but we know this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact on today's game.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit him over the top.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A first down carry by Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief no doubt on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is fielded inside the 5. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. First carry for Leonard Fournette. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
But I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. Elliott, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Julius Peppers in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And This is incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will make our score 9-0. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 29.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On first down, Rodgers setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He came out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. He'll look to throw. Space to maneuver at the 40. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Johnson. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off.
And this is caught inside the 5. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And this is back to a 5-point game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
They'll drop the throw.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 10th carry now for Elliott. And some space here. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now he steps away. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Julius Peppers in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, Elliott. And some room to roam now. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on third down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And
they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Julius Peppers getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing now is Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Again, it's Fournette. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Stephon Tuitt with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And he's able to get it out of there. And this is a pretty good kick. Ross on the return. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Julius Peppers. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. To throw is Rodgers. To throw on second down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Back to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Fournette, a first down carry. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. He's back to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead here in the fourth. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Rodgers to throw. And this one's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be knocked down sideways near the 25. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. right, so the Cowboys will go for two here.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Here's Bosher to kick it away. So this is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. They'll try to run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Rodgers throwing here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ross. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The give is to Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they take a knee. Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Julius Peppers in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down. But still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps and allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
And tough starting field position here. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together.
So it does it.